Hello, my cutie patooties, and welcome the frick in. We are here live with my Twitch. Would you like to say hello to the YouTube gang? We are going to be listening to Blackveilbrides, and this is a song called Cut, featuring Andy's wife, and artist Lilith Czar. So freaking cool. I know that Lilith Czar is also from a band called Automatic Love Letter, but I didn't know that both her and, or I guess technically her name is Juliet, but Lilith and Andy were together. That's adorable. I love that they are making music. They love to make music apart, but they love to make music together because they love each other. Okay, I'll stop. I just think it's really cute. Anyways, before we jump into this, just a friendly reminder to please like and subscribe. And with that said, shall we go, my darlings? Whoa, that's an image.
I've got a lot of pressure on my mind. Every noise is a voice telling me to try. But I'm lost in all my darkness, and I can't let go. Every day I falter, every day I feel the pain. Kneel before the altar of all this rage. Here's the truth, I never believed in you. Oh, 'cause you cut me down. Yeah, you cut me down again. Nothing's ever gonna be alright. It's time to say goodnight. I hear you praying to Jesus. You won't have to feel it. Nothing's ever gonna be alright. It's time to say goodnight. Why do I still have you?
I feel like I should have known. I feel like I should have realized that she did not have any of her limbs in that shot, which I did see that she didn't have any of her limbs, but I didn't realize that the hand on the edge of the tub was literally her arm. Rootin' tootin'. I feel like this is gonna be a metaphor of like them putting each other back together again, you know? But in a quite grotesque, quite a grotesque way. Black Veil Corpse Bride, I like it. I like it. Let's look at the verse first. I've got a lot of pressure on my mind. Every noise is this voice telling me to try, but I'm lost in all my darkness and I can't let go. So lost within oneself, lost within one's trauma, mental health, etc. Pre-chorus, every day I falter, every day I feel the pain, kneel before the altar of all this rage, and here's the truth, I never believed in you. So it sounds like, you know, every day faltering with what they're struggling with. When you say kneel before the altar of all this rage, it gives me an image of kind of like kneeling before an altar of, it gives me, you know, when people get into a kind of desperate state of mind of feeling like they don't know what to do, don't know which direction to go. A lot of times I feel like you will get that kind of, you start to look to a higher power. So I feel like it's kind of in that realm of like kneel before the altar of all this rage, kind of like kneeling before and being like, why is this happening? Kind of rageful, kind of questioning to the ether. But then also at the same time, they're clearly dressed for a wedding. So altar as in, I feel like marriage as well. And then having that moment of truth of like, I never believed in you. Like that's a whoa, okay. And then you go to the chorus, 'cause you cut me down. Yeah, you cut me down again. Nothing's ever gonna be all right. It's time to say goodnight. I hear you praying to Jesus. You won't have to feel it. Nothing's ever gonna be all right. It's time to say goodnight. What seems a little ominous, the way that he says, it's never gonna be all right, so it's time to say goodnight. Like, it sounds pretty ominous to me. But it also sounds like there are the music, at least, not necessarily this. I'm not saying this is necessarily reflective of their actual relationship, but just what the song is portraying sounds pretty toxic, about not believing in the person you are with, saying that they cut you down all the time, saying that you're full of rage, saying, you know, like nothing's gonna be all right, talking about, I've got a lot of pressure on my mind, every noise is this voice trying to, or telling me to try, I'm lost in the darkness. Like there's a lot of negative feelings going on in this, to say the least. But let's continue, because now we have both Andy and Lilith singing together.
Why do I still have you on my mind? And why do I still struggle harder to breathe? When I think of what you've done to me, every day's a battle when I'm living in the hate. Rise above the surface, but it's just too late. You still never believe the truth. 'Cause you cut me down. Yeah, you cut me down again. Nothing's ever gonna be alright. It's time to say goodnight. I hear you praying to Jesus. You won't have to feel it. Nothing's ever gonna be alright. It's time to say goodnight. Round and round inside my mind, I'm losing sleep and losing time, but I know it's gonna be alright.
Okay, one other thing I just want to say is the fact that he says, you cut me down, yeah, you cut me down, when she's literally in pieces. Punny. Let's just go back a little bit to the beginning of this next section.
It's time to say goodnight. Round and round inside my mind, I'm losing sleep and losing time, but I know it's gonna be alright. Round and round inside my mind, I'm losing sleep and losing time, but I know it's gonna be alright. 'Cause you cut me down.
The eye flares that Andy does.
Nothing's ever gonna be alright. It's time to say goodnight. I hear you praying to Jesus. You won't have to feel it. Nothing's ever gonna be alright. It's time to say goodnight. Round and round inside my mind, I'm losing sleep and losing time, but I know it's gonna be alright. Round and round inside my mind, I'm losing sleep and losing time, but I know it's gonna be alright. Cause you cut me down. Yeah, you cut me down again. Nothing's ever gonna be alright. It's time to say goodnight.
Jeez. Okay. It's kind of like it's kind of like this toxic cycle, you know, of it's never gonna be all right, but it's almost like they just keep coming back to each other in a sense. And honestly, I feel like they should do more music together. I think they sound lovely. She's definitely got more of this kind of pop tone to her voice, whereas Andy has a little bit more of that kind of grungy grittiness. And then I also just wanted to point out too that like his I feel like his eyes are quite expressive. Like there are moments where he kind of just like pops his eyes and I'm just like, whoa, whoa, you know? Yeah, I think they sound lovely together, and I feel like they should definitely do more together. I quite liked that. The costumes were the costumes were quite good. I think the the punny imagery of cut me down and all of like her limbs chopped off and just like the aesthetic of it, it was quite good. The sound of the music itself too was also, I feel like it had like a little bit of that earlier 2000s kind of sound to it while still having it be more modern. Like it had like some of that in there. And so I feel like it's kind of a nice homage to that original sound as well as being new music that they've made. And this one too, it started off with a violin and having it be more classic. And then you kind of came into the music with more of a steady kind of rock sound to it. Like it was softer. It was soft. Like a kind of like a soft rock. And then you had like a little bit of that guitar solo and then it continued on. And I mean, I think that fits with the subject matter of the song and the imagery that they use. Just all in all, that was enjoyable. So thank you very much for recommending this. And I want to say like and subscribe if you want to see more. And with that said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.